Boys and girls, we made it. Saints training camp is here. Time to get ridiculously excited about players that we'll forget exist in 3 weeks. Thomas, hit that intro.
Welcome to the award-winning Saints Happy Hour podcast. Seriously, this podcast has won awards. American standards are dropping every day. The show features Ralph, the best host in the world, who can barely pronounce his own name, much less anyone else's.
Marcus Calloway.
Dave is that dude who loves taking bathroom breaks. He's mad about almost anything, so make sure to lower your volume when he speaks.
Put that freaking clown meme back up that I made. Jesus Christ.
Andrew has sources, watches tapes, and knows football. He rarely shows up on time and wants to commit crimes to help the Saints win.
Sean Payton would have done illegal things. Don't tell me I'm wrong, because you know it's true.
Oh, and there's also Kevin, who is great at doing mock drafts, but struggles to actually watch Saints games or have a functioning relationship.
Butteridge wants to know how the doctor's doing.
That ended.
Anyway, grab a drink, sit back, and enjoy the insanity.
Oh! All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour podcast. Crackled a little there.
Yeah, that was a struggle.
It was. I'm Ralph Marlborough. I'm joined by Dave, Andrew, and Kevin via video because he late minute cancellation. We got a love update and other things from Kevin. That'll be fun.
Kevin Jr.
I want to say,
I mean, I have to say real quick, how perfect is it that the season is here and Kevin is missing?
I mean, it's like
on brand.
On brand.
Yeah.
I want to say hi, Andrew. We got a ton of people in the chat tonight. We got Hatchet John making his triumphant return. We got Wendell Cavalier. We got Saints Rabbit. We got your dad. We got Oppenheimer. We got Bulldog Saint. We got Butteridge. Ton of people. Your boy Allen is here, just popping in. It's incredible. Thanks to everybody.
Hatchet John has already donated.
That's true. Thank you. It's incredible. You want to donate tonight. We'll get to that in just a second. Tonight, it's time for our UDFA Adopted Son Draft, which the MVP, you get to select Thomas's pick.
With
Thomas
number one
first.
pick.
Number one pick, you get to select Thomas's UDFA.
I strong-handed Ralph to take the number one pick from Kevin.
That's right.
So you can select.
It's amazing. Another reason to be the MVP. We're going to talk about Ryan Ramczyk being out for the year, Rashid Shaheed extension, and I'm going to go all over. I watched Mickey Loomis and Dennis Allen today, their press conference, so you don't have to. We can go over that if they said anything important. They didn't, and we'll give you the only training camp preview you need. Before we start,
what's the draft order for the draft then?
Thomas,
You'll see.
No.
Yeah.
There's no. There's no. You'll see.
You'll find out, and you will like it.
If you don't know,
Dave.
that's better for us, man. I won't give you
I'm
the advantage.
if I'm last in the order, just for some stupid reason,
How can you be last?
I don't know.
The Juge Empire.
Juge, you can't be last.
Because I feel like there's some collusion going on with you three dipshits.
You know, the more you talk, the more your pick drops.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dave, were you worried that you're not going to get anybody in your cloud? Like you got a cloud?
Yeah, there's only two guys in the class that I'm interested in picking, and after that,
I have done zero research. I looked at the list 5 minutes before we started. So listen, before we start, remember to subscribe to Saints Happy Hour wherever you get your podcast, and MVP contest. If we reach $100 in donations tonight, the MVP will choose which minibar bottle from my gigantic minibar bottle booze collection I'm going to poison myself with. And by the way, I want to thank Who Dat Golfer and his wife Amber. They sent me a lovely card. Thomas, do you have those pictures? And Jason Champagne also sent me stuff. Listen.
He did not send you champagne.
He did not. He sent me apple pie moonshine, sugar tits. I got kinky fruit punch. Andrew, you won't like that because that's
not sugar tits. It's sugar tit. It's one.
Are you gonna get kinky tonight, Ralph?
Yeah, I'm gonna kinky, and I got mango jalapeno tequila. That's a mix of from Who Dat Golfer, Ryan, and Jason Champagne. Donate via Stream Elements by typing in /donate in the chat. Click the link, it appears. Twitch takes 50% because they like the mob. You donate using bits. This way you spend less money and it's easier to get me drunk faster. It's win-win. And remember, MVP tonight, you get the number 1 pick in this UDFA Adopted Son Draft, and you get entered into the raffle to go to a Saints game with me. That's right. You, me, Section 641, DA, Derrick Carr. What more could you want? And text-to-speech is the best $20 you can spend in the world. I'm drinking Bud Light Lime and one of these disgusting drinks. Andrew, what are you drinking?
Wait, so before I tell you what I'm drinking, can you let everyone know what the alcohol percentage is? Okay. I can't believe I have to ask this again.
40. The sugar tit is 40% alcohol by volume, and it's it's gigantic.
Okay. That's probably what you're taking first. Okay.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Kinky Fruit Punch is weak. You're not gonna like it. It's 20% alcohol by volume.
Saints Router 20.3 becoming the new MVP. Also thanks to Hatchet John for gifting 5.
And then Mango Shadow.
So, sorry, I didn't hear that. The second one was how much? What was
20%? Yeah.
That's that. Which one was that? The kinky one?
Yeah, and the mango is 40.
Okay.
So, we're there. I mean, it's not. I mean, the sugar tit. The sugar tit's scary.
Yeah, sugar tit. That's what you're taking. All right. So you were asked what I was drinking. I am drinking Kill Devil Hill, the rum that I like. I'm a little pour from there. This is the spiced edition. It's got a little bit of a cinnamon note, vanilla cinnamon note to it. It's very tasty, very drinkable. And I got to give a shout out to Prince Harry. aka James,
porn star Prince Harry.
Yeah, he left this at my house. He was at my house on Saturday hanging out, and he has a habit of doing this. He'll have extracurricular fun things, gadgets, if you will, things to consume.
Yeah,
and he'll have such a good time at my house that he'll just leave it here. And half the time, it's stuff that I'm like, I would never
touch
exactly. So most of the time it just stays in a safe space where my kids could never find it because I have to hide it, right? But this was a welcome leave. So thank you, Prince Harry. I am enjoying it, and you better hope by the time you come back there's still some left.
Yeah.
Love you, buddy.
Is Prince Harry? Is he going to join you for the live show in December? Is he going to be?
He hasn't bought his ticket yet.
Is he gonna mooch another free meal off of our podcast?
I believe that's part of the plan. Yes.
I want to say this. Patrons, be on the lookout. Everything is locked in for the live show. The ticket link is going to go out this week. Be on the lookout for it. Patrons, you'll get a discount code, $10 for patrons. Everybody else, they pay $25. Limited seats as always. So be on the lookout, get your seats in, get in early. Dave, what are you drinking?
I am drinking, this is from Spindle Tap, Freedom Juice. Very appropriate now for our country. Yeah. I'm drinking Freedom Juice. There's an eagle with an American flag.
Wow. So we're already
6-pack of abs.
We're already at $78.
Yeah, Hatchet John has gifted 5 more subs. Thanks, man.
People want you sucking on the teat.
Yeah, that's right.
So right now, Hatchet John has the number 1 overall pick.
So before we get to training camp, which the Saints didn't really practice today. They start tomorrow. Kamara was in. I can see on the whiteboard, pay Alvin his money. He's in. He's probably going to be doing a hold in. He'll be at camp because he doesn't want to be fined $70,000 a day, but he'll be there to make sure he doesn't get fined, but he won't be doing anything. Before we get to training camp.
Sounds like he's not really committed. Like, if you're really committed and you really want to get paid, hold out. Like, what is this hold in stuff?
You can't anymore.
You can't, David. $75,000 a day.
You actually sound really stupid saying that because clearly you haven't paid attention to the new CBA.
No. My point is if like this is just half-assed. Like hold out or don't hold out at all. But like don't do this half-ass hold in thing. Either stand your ground. If you really think
it's
you're
not
worth
financially viable.
Yeah, it's not. Like And
guys, I'm just joking. You guys are really
I know.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
And you can't. You can't, like, the team used to be able to, like, waive the fines when you would hold out. Now they can't. So they, like, if Alvin Kamara, if he would, but Dave, to your point, if he would just hold out for 2 days.
Oh, deception!
Oh, this is early.
Teat time.
There you go! Saints Rabbits!
Wow. I'm just gonna open the sugar tit and just assume.
Now Saints Rabbit has number 1 overall pick.
I mean, he said teat time, so I think he's gone ahead and let you know what his choice is.
I see, Dave. The thing is, ooh, it smells delicious. The thing is, Dave, I'm scared of it because it's so big. Like, it's.
That's what she said.
Oh yeah, it's 80 proof. And it is 110 milliliters, which is like 2.5 shots, basically.
2 big
Ralph's
shots.
Definitely banging the table over this
2 big
one.
shots.
Yeah. Well, Andrew, I'm just worried that I got to get the puke bucket. I'm just worried, like, it's tough. It's going to be tough to get this down in one go.
That's what she said.
Here we go. Thank you, Jason. We appreciate it.
So while he's drinking that, I mean, this is like a serious question, though. You hold in. Like, what happens if the Saints...
That was a long sip. Holy shit.
Wait.
That was a long sip.
Look at this face.
Oh.
Look at this.
Oof. You okay? I feel like I could chug this whole bottle and not make the same faces that Ralph makes.
Ralph does like to exaggerate a bit.
I mean, I do exaggerate a little bit.
Prone to exaggerate.
But that was a long one. Like, it felt really long.
That's what she said.
So, what's the score?
It's really good, though. I'd say it's on the puke meter. It's probably like an 8, but it's really good.
8?
It's really strong. It's really strong. Though. It's really strong though. But I mean, but it's good. It tastes good. What do you want me to say? Like, I'm not gonna lie to the people. I mean, y'all think I do these theatrics, but I really don't, and I don't lie to the people. It was really good. Thank you, Jason. It was a lot, though.
Tim Catchin John, another 5 gifted subs. Let me update.
Wow. If I have to do a couple more shots, though, it might get me. Like, whew.
Yeah, well, you're about to get kinky, so be ready.
Yeah, that's right. That's
kinky
right.
Rain.
So wait. So let me ask you. Okay, so he holds in. So what? He's not practicing. He's just standing on the sidelines.
That's right.
Practice.
Yeah,
and then
we don't know. Hold on. We don't know yet what's going to happen. So
yeah, he could.
Ralph is theorizing that he will hold in, which is basically like,
right.
Oh, I tweaked my hammy. I'm going to stand on the sidelines now because I don't feel good. And that's basically what a holdout has become, because if you're straight up like, I'm not coming to camp, I'm not showing up, I'm holding out, like under the new rules, like you get fined for that. And so
but so I'm just curious, like I'm just like trying to play this out and think down the line here. So let's say the Saints do nothing, they stand their ground, they play hardball, they do nothing. What does Alvin do? He sits out the season?
It's a great question.
No,
I wonder, Dave.
So then what's the point? So that's what I'm saying. Like, so then what leverage does that, what is the point?
He has none. Exactly.
This is so dumb. This is theatric then.
I don't think he has none. And the reason I say that is you're going to, what are your options?
That's right.
Alvin Kamara isn't on this team. You've got Kendre Miller.
Yeah.
Right? What else you got?
He's not going to. Is he not going to play?
You got Jamal Williams. You got two guys. You got Jamal Williams, a guy that was unbelievably disappointing last year, and he's a veteran. And you've got a rookie a year ago who was injured basically the whole season, and he's shown some promise. But like, man, you got nothing to hang your hat on at running back.
I know that.
And so when you ask what leverage does Kamara have, I think his leverage is that the cupboard is pretty bare. And I think this team is in pretty good deep shit if he doesn't play. But on the other side of the coin, the Saints have all the leverage in a sense because he really can't hold out. And you're right, Dave. Like at the end of the day, if the Saints, I think if the Saints don't entertain it at all and they play hardball and they're like, play on your contract or don't, I think the risk there is you have a disgruntled player who, and we've seen this before, where Kamara is kind of checked out.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, we've seen that happen before, and like, you don't want that. Obviously, you want him to be engaged and all in and committed to the team. And so,
when did we see him checked out before?
I feel like I'm just saying, like, at times in his career, he's gone out of bounds. He hasn't taken hits. Like,
well, I'm just asking that question because if he's gotten paid and still checked out, why should we pay him if he's just going to check out anyway? Like, well, that was my point.
I don't think that. I mean, I'm on record right now. Like, I'll say this. I think the Saints should play hardball. I think the Saints should refuse to pay him and get kind of in the standoff with Kamara and be like, I dare you to hold out. He won't do it. He'll play on his contract. So, like I said, the downside is he'll be disgruntled. But when you look at the Saints cap situation, when you look at the lack of talent, he's a 30-year-old guy.
MVP. Put it on 28.3. We almost there.
Thank you, sir.
We're almost there for another shot. But Kamara's going to be 30 years old. He's a running back. We know running backs post 30. Like, now, the Saints have managed his snaps to some degree. They've managed his touches. So I think he's got more tread on the tire than your average 30-year-old running back. But we know how this goes. Like, one ACL injury and he's freaking done. He's done. Like, he's one injury away from being all those running backs that are like in the second, shelf life of their career. And like, then he gets like a 1-year contract, prove it deal for like the next 3 seasons from 3 different teams. Like that's what awaits him on the other side of that injury. So like, if I'm the Saints, there's no way I'm giving him another $8 million guaranteed to stagger it over a couple of years. No way. I'm not doing it.
Here's my question.
Especially when you've got a guy on the roster who can do almost exactly the same things Kamara does, and I'm talking about James Hurst.
Oh my God.
You really.
Here's my question, Dave.
Makes him very expendable.
If Kamara is going to do a hold in,
this is happening.
And he's got to have an injury every day. Do you think he goes to Google and if he Googles like weird, rare, do you do like diseases or do you do like muscle injuries? Because you got to be like, my quad, it doesn't feel right.
Elbow bursitis has to be on the list.
Yeah.
I mean, diseases, some of that you can test for in blood tests. So that's not necessarily safe. Muscle, I think you're onto the right track there. Something with the muscle is always
something soft tissue.
Yeah.
Soft tissue.
Soft tissue. Yeah. We don't have the soft tissue.
Yeah, get the soft.
Oh, deception!
Wow.
Bracket idea. Best undrafted free agent in Saints history. Drink up, Ralph.
Your boy Alvin, 28.3.
Wow.
The interception taking us over the edge.
Should we get kinky, Dave? What do you think?
Kinky, or do we go mango?
What is the kinky?
That was the 20%er.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what flavor is it? Is it jalapeno?
It's fruit
spicy?
punch. No, it's just kinky. It's just fun.
None of and all this stuff sounds like something you would enjoy.
Not the mango. The mango.
Oh, then do the mango. No, mango.
Ugh.
Yes. Do the mango.
Hatchet John should choose. He's the current MVP.
And Hatchet John, you're going mango.
You going mango?
I speak for Hatchet John.
Hatchet John always knows to just trust.
Oh.
There we go.
Mango.
Yep.
Mango.
Hatchet John says mango. He confirms.
Fuck you. And it has like a dog with a tongue. It's like a dog / zebra.
Okay, so it's 40%, but what kind of liquor is it? It's mango what?
Tequila.
Oh, God.
Mango, jalapeno, tequila. Why?
Tequila wine? Is that what you said?
No, why? Why would you mango and jalapeno?
Oh, why?
All right, let's go ahead and do it.
Let's go.
Around the old gullet.
I have a feeling Ralph is not going to say this tasted good like the last one.
Yeah. And what are we setting for the next drink? What's the donation amount?
Oh, he did not like that. Oh, he did not like that. That did not go well. That's a 9. That's a 9. It might be a 10.
Get the bucket.
Yep, get the bucket. This might be a 10, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Sally,
The sugar tit, the mango tequila. Combined with the enchilada I had earlier, it is bad times.
The
man.
enchilada.
Dr. Heat in a bottle, Andy Marino.
Yeah, go ahead and suck down that Bud Light lime.
Wait.
All right, so what do we got?
No,
A 9, a 10?
It's a 9.
Ooh, it is. It is. You know what? I'm going to say it's a 10. It's truly disgusting because it lingers
10,
and it
no
just.
puke.
What's the like?
Was this a homemade enchilada from your wife?
No, it's from the it's enchilada casserole from Costco. Oh,
Does Sally cook Mexican food?
ooh, no. My chest burns like gonorrhea on a cheap whore. Like
You-
3
you-
times.
How often do you eat dinner at Costco? Like Costco dinners.
Do you need
3
another
times.
Big Mac? Does somebody need to order you a Big
3
Mac?
times a month, maybe. I
Big
like
Mac.
Costco's got good stuff, man.
Oh, Costco's awesome. Are you kidding me? I'm wearing Costco underwear right now.
That is. I mean,
TMI, man, TMI.
I need another
As-
trip to Buc-ee's is what I need.
you might. So I've completely lost my train of thought now that I did the mango and it hit me. So here's the thing. Kamara, the reason why, Dave, I think the Saints are going to play extra hardball with him is Kamara and Ramczyk are like 55 to 60% of their cap solution for next year. Because if they designate both of them June 1st cuts, it's like $43 or $45 million. That's half of what they need to get cap compliant. So I don't think they have any interest really in doing anything for Kamara. And here's the other thing, Andrew. Like, even if Kamara had the best season of his career, what's he getting on the free agent market next March?
Oh, I mean, if Kamara had the,
3 years max with 2 guaranteed.
he'd get paid though.
He would. He would.
If he the best season of his career, he's had some pretty good seasons in his career. If he has
But
the
teams
best,
don't
Never
pay-
had
they don't-
1,000 yards. He's never had 1,000 yards
They
rushing.
never teams don't pay 29-year-old running backs though.
well,
Like they just don't.
He'd be 30. He'd be 30.
He'd be 30. Like who's going to pay 30-year-old Kamara? Like even if he had 1,000 yards, 20 total touchdowns, and 85 catches, and was first team All Pro, who's going to pay? Who's going to pay him? I mean, they might pay him for 1 year. They're not going to give him 3 years, $45 million.
I mean, I feel like Derrick Henry puts up those numbers every year, and he didn't get paid that well.
He got $8 million guaranteed for 2 years. 15 million, 8 million.
I mean,
guaranteed.
if you look at the course of their careers, Derrick Henry is like twice the player Alvin Kamara is.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, how could
what
you
do you
even
mean?
put?
He's
I'm just
like
saying, you put
the
those two
typical
guys
running-
side by side. How could you say Kamara is even on the same planet as Henry?
What? Kamara can do a lot of athletic things that I don't think Derrick Henry can do.
Catch pass.
They're different kinds of players. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But if you ask me who is a better running back over
Derrick
the course
Henry
of their career, Henry is head and shoulders above. I mean, is someone going to disagree with me on that statement?
I kind of am. I mean,
no. I mean, I'm not.
I don't know. I mean, like Alvin Kamara is not your typical running back. He's not in the same style as Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry obviously is more of your prototypical north and south running back. And
I mean, I think Henry might be the best running back we've seen in the last decade.
Yes. Henry's definitely going to the Hall of Fame. I don't know if Kamara is.
Kamara's not going to the Hall of Fame. Are you kidding?
I don't know. Kamara had six touchdowns in one game.
He could, if he had a late season renaissance, maybe. Somebody said, "Is fruity liquor the best? Is fruity liqueur the worst liqueur?" Yes.
I mean, you could make the argument that this is like a
I think you guys
make or break season.
I think you guys grossly overrate what like the rest of the world thinks of Alvin Kamara. I think Kamara is a big fish in a small pond.
I think people outside of New Orleans have an inflated sense of Alvin Kamara. I think they remember shit like his 6 touchdowns. I don't know.
Kamara is a bad injury season. Like if Kamara had like 500 yards rushing and got injured, I could see him getting like 1 year, like $4 million from a team.
I feel like this is like a turning point season. I feel like if he doesn't do well, like that might be the end. Like he may fade off into the sunset, or he could do really well and maybe revive his career for another few years. And I feel like it's not in between.
So Kamara was the main issue. Like what people are talking about is he going to hold in or whatever. The other thing,
all right, Oppenheimer can suck
that was really good.
Suck it long, suck it hard. This feels so good.
We had a lot of fun making fun of Chase Young about his neck injury, but he's going to practice tomorrow. Like he's ready to go. And the Saints have like good news.
Let's see for how long.
Screw you, Thomas. I'm trying.
Did you guys listen to the Derrick Carr interview on? I forgot to send it to you.
Yeah, like his
Pardon My Take.
Yeah, I was going to go to the Jet. Like Derrick, my man. I'm like the Jonah Hill thing at the GIF. Like come on, no man. You spent all off season trying to build like trust and having Saints fans think better of you. Don't go on the Barstool podcast and say that you were going to go to the Jets.
No, I missed this. Tell me about it.
Yeah. It was.
Tell me.
No, he's just
so
like
you said I would.
He's like I love Robert Saleh. He was like transfixed him. He was like I was entranced by Robert Saleh. The pitch.
He said he didn't. He said he didn't go to the Jets though because the Jets were pushing hard for him and they wanted him to like make a decision immediately. And Derrick was like, "Oh, I've got other teams I need to talk to."
Yeah, he wants to go on a tour. If Derrick wanted to do the tour of Italy,
yeah, right.
He wanted to do the tour of Italy and Olive Garden, and he's like,
he wasn't ready to commit to eggplant parm, even though it sounds delicious.
I mean, can you imagine if Derrick Carr had committed to the Jets?
Do we get Aaron Rodgers?
No. But I don't know. They might
for one play.
I mean, the Saints. We might have Jaden Daniels now because I think Andy Dalton would have died behind that line last year because they didn't run it back with the red rifle, right, Andrew? Probably. And it'd have been bad times. But
I don't think Andy Dalton's that bad.
No, he's better than Bryce Harris.
He's better than Jameis. Did I say that out loud? Oh my God!
Whoops. The other Saints news that happened. Besides Ramczyk being out for the year, which we kind of knew. Surprising, Shaheed got a 1-year contract extension. So now the Saints have him locked up for this year and next year. I think that's a good move, Andrew. I think Shaheed, I think he's going to break out. And I also think people are really overlooking the new kickoff because we have no idea how it's going to go and like what players are going to be good at it.
Well, the Saints special teams coach spearheaded this whole movement and for change. So when your own coach is the one that championed the new rule, like you would like to think he's the one that's going to know how to game the system and take advantage of it the best. So you would hope that from a special teams returns angle, like the Saints are already thinking of ways to maximize the new rules. You would hope. As far as Shaheed, this is an underrated move by the Saints in the sense that, look, I'm sure we're going to talk about this in a second. Loomis is kind of getting killed, and the Saints, the future and the talent that they have on the roster. I think the criticism is fair. But when you talk about a guy like Rashid Shaheed, this is a guy they found out of a secondary school, basically out of nowhere, and a UDFA, a guy that, by all accounts, and he was coming off an injury, which was maybe why he didn't get drafted. Maybe he would have been drafted late, even with the school that he went to. But Shaheed was not like a high profile name. And obviously now he's an up and coming star. And the Saints have now secured him for 2 years, and $5 million for next year is nothing. And if he breaks out this year and blows up, and I don't know that he will, we have no guarantees, right? There's no guarantees that he will blow up, but Shaheed has already outperformed his contract. I mean, we can say that like he's a UDFA, clearly.
Here's the thing.
I think he's already outperformed $5 million.
Well, here's the thing.
They're getting him on a bargain. This is a shrewd move by Mickey Loomis, and it should be applauded.
Here's the thing is if he blows up this year, Dave, with the Saints with all their cap issues, they can put a first round tender on him, right? And that people will be like, well, you get a first round pick. But with all the Saints cap issues, I could see a team trying to swoop in, maybe a late team in the late first round, being like, hey, we're gonna get Shaheed because he had 1,000 yards and he was awesome on the new kickoff rules. And we'll give the Saints the 28th pick. And if Shaheed's so good, we'd be like, we don't want the 28th pick. We want to keep Shaheed. So this is a good move. But, Dave, I have a theory. And you can feel free to shoot it down, as you always do, my crazy theory. I think people...
They're usually idiotic.
I think people... I think people undervalue when the Saints nail these UDFAs and they don't give them as much credit. If Shaheed was like a 4th round draft pick for the Saints, people around the league and Saints would be like, oh, that Mickey Loomis, that Jeff Island, they can find those diamonds. He was a 4th round pick. He was amazing.
That's an interesting point.
But because it's a UDFA, like I just feel like they don't get nearly as much credit as like an actual late round pick.
Like, and what's the difference?
There's no difference.
Honestly,
if anything, it's harder to hit on a guy like that later.
Right. That's what I was going to say is like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like they should be even more impressed because they're finding these guys outside of the draft, after 31 other teams failed to do their due diligence and draft the guy. The Saints have been doing well. The Saints have been doing well ever since Sean Payton with undrafted free agents.
Right.
And I'm happy to see it seems like it's kind of continued into the Dennis Allen era. I guess that would lead me to believe it's not Payton or Allen.
Yeah, somebody suggested
Ireland. It's our scouting department. It's those guys. No, actually, I take back what I said earlier before you asked the question. That actually is a valid.
Oh wow, it's rare.
Valid point.
Mark that. Check the timestamp, Thomas. Dave not shooting down one of my theories.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, Tomas, check the timestamp.
Take another sip of your drink, please.
Here's the
freedom juice.
here's the thing. And thanks everybody for donating in the chat. And by the way, Thomas, you don't have it, but be on the lookout also. The Jim Mora stickers are ready and they are immaculate.
What does that even mean?
What?
What's a Jim Mora sticker? What is that?
We got a Jim Mora sticker. If you are an annual patron, if you're an annual patron currently, or you become an annual patron, or you sign up at the $10 level, you get a sheet of Jim Mora stickers. It's all of our Jim Mora sound bites.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and there's stickers, and you get them, and we're only going to order like 200 or 220 of them. So sign up. If you're a current annual patron, you're getting them. Become a new annual patron, any level, you get them. Or $10 level monthly, you get them. They're freaking amazing. Thomas spent like all summer doing them. It's incredible. Be on the lookout for that announcement via Facebook.
That is fucking stupid. Wake up.
See, it's amazing. So first week of camp.
I don't know. I might have some kind of. I don't know. Have you guys ever heard of Markman Sports Cards and Collectibles on Esplanade?
No.
You ever heard of them?
No.
I have some kind of Saints-related scoop.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm waiting for it to come in. I don't know.
Hit the breaking news sign.
Speaking of breaking news, Chase Young and Chris Olave, thank you, Budrich. They both passed their physicals.
Yeah. It's all looking up. It's all coming up Millhouse for the Saints opening week.
I just saw a thing I got an alert that says Kamara may practice this week.
Yeah, he's going to practice. He's going to practice tomorrow.
All right.
But CD Deuce used to practice too when he wanted a new contract, and we saw how that went. But it's the first week of camp, and it's going to be weird this year because the Saints are in California and fans cannot go. So we're going to have less content to look at on Twitter, which bums me out. We're only going to have like official media of the TV stations and NFL.com maybe, or Nick Underhill. Like we're going to have less content to look at. So it's going to be harder to decide on who's going to be our week one darling of training camp. But every year, the Emmanuel Butlers, the Adrian Arringtons, Nick Toon, Andy Tanner. Saints
Ojo.
Oh, that's a deep cut, man. Ojo. So who's going to be our camp darling, Dave? Who's going to be your camp darling week one of Saints camp? I got mine. I got it locked in.
It's always a receiver.
It's always a receiver. Always
a receiver.
It's like 3 days into camp. You know, your starting quarterback, sometimes it's not even the starter. It's like the backup likes a guy, and he throws him like 7 balls over the course of 3 days. And like the media is like, that guy's catching 50 balls this year. Yeah.
I'm locked in. I got UDFAs on the mind. I'm gonna go with Kyle Sheets.
Oh wow.
He's gonna be
he could be a corner though. You could go corner.
It could be
as like camp darling. I could see like Kool-Aid McKinstry getting like 2 picks in like red zone.
Oh yeah.
And then my camp darling.
Kyle Sheets is not on the team anymore.
Oh, there you go. wait.
But Butteridge just slapped you in the face.
I'm gonna need an updated.
He's
list.
Doing a road trip with James
What
Hurst.
do you mean he's still on the official site, man?
He's doing a road trip with James Hurst.
Jermaine Jackson still on the team? Because I'm definitely going with Jermaine Jackson.
No, he's touring with the Jacksons.
I mean, I have to pick Jermaine effing Jackson.
So I'm not going UDFA, but my person is on the team. I'm going veteran. I'm going Cedric Wilson, my free agent darling from like 3 years ago. He's going to tear it up this week. And look,
so you are going receiver.
I'm going receiver. I'm just going vet receiver, Cedric Wilson. He's gonna tear it up, and everybody's gonna think he has receiver 3 on lockdown, which may or may not be true.
I'm going with Equanimous St. Brown. Clearly.
Wait, he's no, he's not.
No, we go vet receivers. People in the chat, throw in your camp darling week one. So Butter says he just got waived. Kyle, 3 sheets to the wind because he's gone.
Michael Jacobs. That's good. That's
Michael Jacobson.
That's your Berman nickname.
That's a tight end. It's possible, but that's keep darling. Thomas, give us a donation update.
Donation update. So Hatchet John is still in the lead with $75. Saints Rabbit second place, 58.3. And Huda Golfer with your boy Alan Tide for the third place, 28.3. So Hatchet John has the number 1 overall pick.
UDFA. Congratulations, Hatchet John. Keep it up.
And by the way, we are on a 49-week donation streak. So
wow.
That's 50. Make it
50 weeks. That's
amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah. Apparently Mickey Loomis bought a sports card and collectible store on West Esplanade.
Did he? Mickey?
Apparently. I don't know why.
He owns it?
I guess so.
Why?
I have no idea. This is the news I'm getting.
Ralph.
Andre George, 20.
Thank you for making the soundbite shorter.
Yeah, that was a request of
much more palatable.
People have been, as we've been having just an amazing support from everybody, people are like, we love you, we love the show, we love to donate. Cut that fucking clip down, please, for the love of God. Cut it down. So we got it. We got
Matt
that done.
Ryan.
We got it done. We got new open coming. We got all kinds.
I feel like I was finally the straw that broke the camel's back.
That's right.
Because I did recently make a complaint about it, and now it's fixed. So
Are we ready for the UDFA draft?
No, yeah, we got to do
the show.
We get that end of the show. We got to do a love update.
We got
Kevin.
Video.
Kevin. As soon as Saints actual football comes around, he disappears. Thomas, do the love update. People get comfortable. Thomas said it's like
light a candle.
Get comfortable.
You're gonna want to light a candle. Maybe turn on some Barry White. Go ahead, Thomas.
Hello, everyone. This is a very special Kevin Love update. I had a date
on a
Saturday
cruise ship?
evening.
See a museum?
I met her on Hinge. We talked for maybe a week or so before we agreed to meet up.
Is he at a truck stop?
And yeah,
he's on a
it
loading
went
dock.
very
Our date
well.
is at Buc-ee's.
We met at a wine bar.
That'll be
on a loading dock.
She is a
Buc-ee's.
manager at a bar restaurant at the St. Louis airport.
Oh, that'll
She was
never
also
work.
studying to be a
At the
sommelier. So she gets she gets bougie points with Juge and Dave, I'm sure. But she is not in the medical field, so we don't have to worry about that run of bad luck happening. So there is absolutely zero medical qualifications that she has. Conversation went well. She knows what to pair wine with. Like she was, walking and talking circles around me on that front. So that's great. Good head on her shoulders. Not afraid to bust my balls about anything. She does know
about the wrestling?
About the podcast. I told her about it. She does know
It's
about
over.
the wrestling.
Yeah, it's over. It's over.
And she was still
Game
interested.
over.
Very odd. She actually thought it was
Maybe he's just
she
being
thought it was
polite.
charming that I did
That's right.
that I'm passionate about stuff, so she likes that. We get along pretty well. Let's see. So we went out Saturday night, and then Sunday morning we went to breakfast at this really cool diner that probably is the best breakfast diner
that night?
food experience that I've had.
Kevin Jr. on the way.
If any of you guys ever come up here, I'll take you to it. It's called Nadine's. Really good. The fried potatoes are great. The sausage patties are great. And the eggs and the bacon were pretty good.
Somebody teach Kevin
And then we
brevity.
hung out
For the love of God, please.
last night and went and got a burger together. So, burger and fish tacos. And then that was pretty good. So, old Kevin is doing pretty good here. This is a once in a blue moon, very, very positive Kevin Love update. Hopefully the first of many to come. And I will talk to you guys later.
I want to go
Thank you.
first.
I've never seen a relationship advance that quickly in my entire life.
Dude,
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. He looks excited.
I'm surprised. The fact that he felt like he needed to record a video for us to tell us this. First of all,
He's giddy.
he is okay. Yeah, he's certainly giddy.
Yeah.
I kind of wish, not for him, not for the sake of this podcast. For the sake of this podcast, I'm glad he recorded that video so we could make fun of him. But for him personally, as a friend, I kind of wish that he would temper himself and go a little slower and not get so excited. But
he needs to watch his heart here.
No,
he's been down this road. He's been burned before.
Another thing that I thought of, this is related, but mostly unrelated to what he said. But I just thought of this now from his video. I have a new theory, and that theory is any restaurant that's named after a woman, that's a woman's name, like Nadine's or Katie's, always has good brunch. That's my working theory. If the place is as a female, like Molly's, good brunch. If you go to a place that's called Gertrude's, even if it's an ugly, stupid name, Gertrude, still good brunch. But I feel like if there's a restaurant with a
proved it
female
wrong.
name,
I have
Prove me wrong.
I have an important question. Thomas, make it a poll. What will happen first?
Don't say Wendy's, by the way. Wendy's doesn't count.
No. Will Kevin's current relationship with this
that one.
Will Kevin's current relationship with this woman, will it last long enough for the Saints to get their first win?
No.
Wait, what are we question?
What are we setting the over under?
I feel like we've been down this road before, and Kevin's going to be like, "Yeah, I know. I said some good things last week. That ended."
Yeah, this is why I'm worried, because I feel like, what do they say? I heard it. I think I heard it on some Disney movie recently. But it's like, a strong tree isn't strong unless it's got deep roots. Like I feel like when he gets in these relationships, that wasn't the quote, but it was something like that. But and my point is like, I feel like when he just jumps off and he goes into these things like that never works. Like I feel like he's got to be with a girl and be friends with her for
5 months. Sorry, Kevin.
Yeah, 5 months.
5 months. Wow,
generous.
Saints
I don't agree with that.
Becoming the new MVP leader, by the way.
I don't give it that long. I feel like the best thing for Kevin, the best situation for Kevin is for him to be friends with a girl for like a year. And then
absolutely not.
No, what the fuck are you talking about?
Absolutely not.
You know
That's
what?
the way to get friend zone, man.
Call me optimistic, glass half full, but like Kevin looked like jazzed in that video.
It was unusual.
Look at his face. Look at his haircut. I don't know, all of it. He just looked energized. He looked as good as he's looked in a while.
I know, but we're assuming that all of that was this weekend, right?
Ali Mourinho says this is the one.
It's happened in the last week. It's happened in the last week. Look,
I'm assuming that date and breakfast, not having to go to work. I'm assuming all that happened this weekend. Okay, it's Tuesday. I am just
Dave. You're not going to rain on my parade, bro. Like this made my week. This made my week. I mean, it's pot. Look at Kevin. Look, the hair is kind of. Coiffed. He hair's coiffed.
I want to date him, and I'm not even in the guys.
His beard looks well kept.
Yes.
He looks pensive. He looks.
He makes the loading dock look a lot more attractive.
He does.
Definitely. He's given the loading dock.
Maybe it's just a nice day and the weather is good, and maybe that's influencing my evaluation here. But ultimately,
maybe you're drunk on rum.
Maybe I'm drunk on rum.
Right.
But I'm choosing to believe in this.
I believe in it too. Thank you, Andrew.
Did we get a name? And
let's be honest, the fact that she's how do you say it? Sommelier.
So not yet.
Sommelier.
She's not a sommelier yet.
Training to be a sommelier.
Correct.
That excites Andrew in ways we can't even fathom.
Yes.
Because of his bouginess.
Maybe she can
I feel like he can bring her to the live podcast. We can talk French wines. I'm gonna like this girl.
Well, I was gonna say screw Prince Harry. We'll bring her to dinner. She's much better to bring along to dinner.
I don't know. Porn star Prince Harry.
We get both.
Oh my God!
No, Prince Harry's gonna have to pay for himself. I'm sure he could afford it.
Oh God!
Yes, he can.
I gotta do.
Spoiler alert.
Honestly, maybe he should pay for the whole dinner.
He could afford it.
Oh my God!
By the way, how is birthday suite coming? Where are we on #birthday suite?
That's same place.
Ralph question, right?
The same place we are with
you. It's your birthday. Your dad's the one.
Same place I am with the grip strength. Okay, so I'm drinking. I heard the horn, so I'm drinking.
John gifted 10 gifts.
Are we finally getting kinky?
We are getting the MVP lead.
We are getting kinky.
I'm getting kinky. Let's see this. Nice. Ugh, doesn't smell good.
So what is it?
It's a 20%. This is a joke.
It is
bullshit.
Drink.
You're so full of shit, Ralph.
No.
You are so full of shit.
No. It had that. I'm not saying it had like a Malort.
Saying it's
type.
aliens.
I'm not saying it had as bad a finish as Malort, but it definitely has like a. You ever like cut up fruit and put it in your refrigerator and then eat it, and you realize that like it was a bad decision because it's been in there like a week too long?
I don't know.
I do that all the time, Dave.
I feel like you could have come up with a better metaphor here.
That was.
I'm 3 drinks in, Juge. What do you want from me? I'm telling you, it was like
what's the score? Are you giving it an 8?
I'm giving it a 9. It's pretty.
What? Get the hell out of here!
It's just disgusting.
Get out
the finish was disgusting.
It was like a 6. Make it a 6, Thomas. Don't give it a 9.
Are you happy you went kinky?
No, I don't
Ralph,
like. No,
are you glad you were kinky?
Are we supposed to be doing a mailbag after this?
No.
Is Sally looking forward to you being kinky?
No, I don't
later?
like a finger. I don't like a finger in the butt.
Okay.
It was like drinking a finger in the butt.
I was trying to stay vague. I was trying to keep it above board, and you went there. Okay.
I think there's a song called.
I'm an open book for the patrons
made by
listen to the podcast.
I think that's a Wheeler Walker song.
Yeah. All right. So Thomas,
Tulane alum Wheeler Walker.
So what's the next goal, Ralph? And what are you drinking? What do you mean? Where should I say the next donation goal?
Yeah. If we hit another donation goal, what do you
go get the
maybe Andrew can drink something.
I'll go get one of the 99ers that Jason Champagne sent me, and we'll drink that.
Man, we're about to blow through these. You better start sending more.
Here's the thing.
If you guys donate again, obviously Ralph will take a shot. I'll bring down 4 bottles of booze, and you can pick which one I'm taking a shot from.
Yeah. So, Thomas, do we have trivia tonight?
If you want,
yeah, we get to trivia. I'm discombobulated now. The kinky
Ralph we need to buy some time for Ralph.
I got kinky
to the contest.
I got kinky and it was too much for me.
This is all going. By the way, this is all going really well for me. You guys keep getting drunk before you have to make your picks.
That's right.
Yeah, can we be able to the UDFA before I black out, please?
No.
Give me the.
I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, "Who's my UDFA son?" I have no idea.
Yeah.
All right, here's trivia. Do we not have a song for trivia? Play my son's song for trivia.
We have the weakest link background music for trivia. All right, the trivia question sponsored by Badridge. Damn, and now I cannot see the question because of the donation.
Who is the only other Saints offensive player to run back an interception for a touchdown in similar fashion to Robert Meacham? So in other words, who's the only other Saints offensive player
this is so hard.
We have a video for this also.
To somehow recover a defense.
Okay. I know it.
You know it? Who is it? Who is it?
It's John Forcade, 1987 in the strike game against the Rams.
What happened?
He fumbled and picked it up and ran it in for a 70.
No, but
this is interception.
No, it's not an interception.
Oh, yeah, I think the word interception is in the description.
Offensive player to
I think that's what happened. I think Forcade threw interception. The Rams dude, but he didn't strip it like the Meach around. The Rams dude fumbled it.
That doesn't
Forcade
matter.
Picked it up and ran it in.
Okay,
50-yard touchdown.
Wow,
I think
Ralph, if you're right on this,
I'm going with Ralph. I don't know anything else.
Yeah, I'm going with Ralph too.
Thomas, what's the answer?
Damn, the answer already? Okay. So what's the final answer, Ralph?
John Forcade.
John Forcade, final answer.
Alright, let's see if you were right.
If I'm right, this is amazing.
Wow. 1987. Do we have a thing of the
John Forcade in 1987? Ralph nailed that shit.
There it is. Number 11.
This is actually a long pass.
For the Rams.
It's a long pass down the sideline, intercepted by the Rams. He's at the 50. He's at the 45. And then he kind of just shuffles it. And actually, a defensive lineman has it.
Yes.
He gets stripped. 4K picks it up at his own 30.
I mean,
and
feel
he's
like
going. He goes like 70 yards with this.
Wow.
That's right.
I mean, it's not surprising that you would
This is
remember
the
that
most
play.
insane.
Wow.
Thomas, run that back. Run that back. This is insane. All right, so he throws a ball down the sideline. It's a terrible pass. It's awful. It's picked off. The guy runs it back like 40 yards. He fumbles a defensive lineman on his own team. Was it a fumble?
That looked like it was a forward pass. You could make the argument that was a shovel.
Yeah. And then the defensive lineman gets hit. He fumbles, and 4K picks it up and goes 75 yards with it
down the sidelines. And then
this is unbelievable.
It's a strike. It's a strike game from 1987. That play was so
Rain Man,
bonkers.
of course, remembers it. Jeez.
The crowd at the Superdome started chanting, "Who that say they're going to beat them scabs? Who that say they're going to beat them scabs?"
Were you at the game?
No, but I remember.
How do you know that?
Because man, Saints things sometimes they just get burned in my brain. Dave, what do you want me to say?
Jeez,
I can barely remember like key moments of me and my wife's relationship.
Ralph,
but
this is unbelievable that you knew this.
Yeah,
I consider myself a Saints aficionado, a Saints historian. There is no shot in hell I would have gotten this.
Wait, Budrich says it was in fact a penalty. They called it a forward lateral. Wait, so did that not count?
So did that?
Well, then that doesn't. It never happened.
So it doesn't even count. So
maybe you can deny the penalty.
Wait, so it wasn't a touchdown? Is that what he's saying?
I don't know. He's saying it was in fact a penalty. They called it a forward lateral, which I could see how they could do that. So does that mean the rest of the play never happened? Does that mean it never?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Because you can. I don't know that you can declare.
Anyway, I'm still impressed that Ralph remembers.
Yeah. Well done, Ralph.
Well
done.
And I'm
by the way,
honestly,
guys,
Ralph,
Who That Golf has got donation. The interception, 20.3.
It didn't count as a TD for the Saints. So technically, that play never happened.
Well, I will say, Ralph, like, I've been doing a podcast with you for a long time, over a decade. You have impressed me with your memory at numerous junctures. This is maybe the most impressed I've ever been.
One of the reasons I know that I knew it so quick, Andrew, is a lot of times, like during work, like I'll just like watch old Saints videos. I was watching the Jim Henderson, Archie Manning, that Heavenly Season. You can find it on YouTube. It's amazing. And they recapped the 1987 season. And I saw that play. And it was like last week when I was watching that. That's one reason why I knew it. Because I had seen it. Because I watch like just old random Saints games on the YouTubes all the time. Because I'm not a well man.
So John Fourcade is one of those random Saints that's worth celebrating. He wasn't like awesome. He probably not a Saints Hall of Famer, but the history of the Saints quarterback that's not Drew Brees is so limited.
I mean,
like Fourcade's a fun guy to celebrate.
Well, I don't know if I'd celebrate him, but he is you can argue that he's one of the most important players in Saints history because Hebert got benched. They played Fourcade. Fourcade was awesome for 3 games in 1989, which led to Bobby Hebert holding out the whole year because the Saints were like, we don't need Bobby Hebert. We got John Fourcade. And like they gave up a 1, a 2, and a 3 for Steve Walsh.
That forced us to pivot to Steve Walsh. And
and it just changed the whole trajectory of the Jim Mora era. So like he's not one of the best Saints players in history, but he is one of the most, I don't know, important's not the right word, like consequential might be. But anyway, thanks. That was a great trivia question.
It was a good trivia question. I have more flowers that I'll give while we're on the trivia question subject to Ralph and also to Budrich, because Budrich knew to ask the question and knew about it too. I have to say, I cannot think of another Saints media person. I'm being dead serious. not Nick Underhill, not Jeff Duncan, not Mike Triplett. I can't think of any other, not Mike Detillier, certainly not Bobby Hebert. I can't think of any other Saints media personality who would have gotten the answer to that question that quickly off the top of their head without having to look it up. I'm being dead serious. I am being dead serious. Ralph is the only Saints media personality I can think of.
No, Mike Detillier might
maybe,
have
Mike Detillier,
maybe. So I want to give Ralph his flowers for that. And obviously, I mean, Bud Rich knows his stuff too. He is obviously coming up with these questions.
We need to do Saints
Jeopardy. He knows to
Jeopardy.
ask these questions. So I will say we're the only podcast that has a host and a listener who know this kind of stuff. And who
I bet you, but
hey, I'm like in decent third place here.
Yeah, maybe.
Saints.
Maybe you should have watched those VHS tapes in Paris one or two more times. Maybe.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah,
fair.
So, all right. So, Butters, thanks for the trivia. That was awesome. And Butter, by the way, thanks. Not only does Butters do the trivia, he sent you the video, right, Thomas?
Yeah.
Of the play. Yeah. So
yeah. Oh, that's a good. Aldi Marino and would have done it. 3 drinks in plus his regular drink in. Bobby Hebert forgets stuff when he's 3 drinks in. Right. Ralph is like a superpower. Ralph and Bobby are the opposite. They're the opposite.
When my liver dies, my brain goes on full power.
Stump the Cripple. Yeah, we could have a new segment.
Stump the Cripple. That would be amazing. Like people
Stump the Drunk Cripple.
People could donate and they could ask.
A Drimple. We'll call you a Drimple.
They could ask me weird, random Saints questions. I'll do anything for money. Thomas,
is the Schwab dead? Is that true?
He is. Yeah, it's right. The Schwab is dead.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, Thomas, hit the take it to the top.
All right, and we are 1 interception away, by the way, from the 4th drink.
All right. All right, Thomas, what's first up in the mailbag?
All right, first question of the show belongs to Nikolai, a long one. Get ready, gentlemen. If you take Ralph's liver and wring it out like the dirty rag that bartenders use to soak up spills and polish glasses, what cocktail would it most resemble? Would it most resemble, and what would a normal person rate
dirty martini
on the puke-o-meter?
It would be a dirty martini with blue cheese, olives, and lots of vermouth. No. And it would be a fucking 10.
I would say
it would be a
nasty ass Negroni, maybe.
It would be a honey. No, it's got to be all the stuff he's drinking. So it's It's going to be like a honey jalapeno lining kugel.
Yeah, there you go.
It's gonna. I would say
that's it. It's
going to be.
You nailed that, Dave.
It's going to be a lime flavored Jägermeister.
And with a shot of tequila just dropped on top. Vodka tequila. And mango tequila.
And it's going to be disgusting, and it may actually kill the person that drinks it. What's next, Thomas?
Okay, next question belongs to Aldi Marino. He asks, which classic 80s and 90s movie that was always on TV reruns would best describe each of you? We all know Tomas would be best represented by War Games, being so close to the Ruskies.
I don't know. This is hard because my wife loves like 80s movies and 80s and 90s movies, like all of them, like Pretty in Pink, Breakfast Club,
sure.
A Few Good Men, Shawshank Redemption, any mob movie. So I watch those movies all the time. I don't know that they fit me. So I mean,
I think mine would be maybe like Mighty Ducks.
Which character?
It doesn't matter. It's just the movie, right? I mean, what movie? It's just the movie in general. I mean, actually, you know what? They said 90s. I'm going to say Happy Gilmore because I play both hockey and golf. and it was a classic. And
maybe the Wedding Singer, and I'm the wedding singer, Steve Buscemi from The Wedding Singer.
You don't have to be a particular character, do you?
I think the deception. Oh wow! Are we get? Oh, yeah. Are we?
Fourth
am I doing a fourth drink?
Ralph
you might
need
be.
a PTO day tomorrow.
How much money have you raised?
Your boy Alvin, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me hit the soundbite.
All right, I'm gonna get.
Oh, that is Jesus.
All right,
everybody wants that. Everybody wants that draft pick. They want to make that pick.
That's right. Everybody wants
and get sincere Hainsworth and screw me.
Yeah.
This is Thomas. This is your best idea since you had the idea to tase Kevin for money that one time.
We never did that. We never did that.
We never did that. Go to the next question. I'll go find something disgusting to drink.
We should do that on the loading dock where Kevin was just recording.
All right, next question from Saints Rabbit, who's right now at the second place for the draft pick.
You mean he's the first loser behind Hatchet John for picking?
He still has time. We're doing the draft after the questions segment.
He has time if he wants to make a decision now, whether he wants to just be a loser or whether he wants to donate more money and maybe get that pick and make that pick.
It's a tight race. I think. Never mind. Saint Rabbit asks, which classic trick play would you love to see Kubiak break out in the new offense?
Classic trick play. I don't want to see a classic trick play. I want to see a new trick play that I've never seen, that thine eyes have never laid upon such beauty of a play. I want to see something new. I don't want to see a classic, but I guess if I have to pick, I don't know. Statue of Liberty. Do they even do the Statue of Liberty anymore?
Fake victory formation.
Fake victory. Yeah. Okay. Actually, that wins. That's the good one.
I mean, my answer here would be the halfback pass. And I go back to, I don't know if my dad's still listening. I don't know if he's still in the chat. I haven't looked in a second.
Oh, he's here.
He is,
okay.
Yeah.
Dad will remember this. Cobra. Cobra was the name of a play that we had that was a halfback pass. Cobra. And anytime they ran Cobra, this is when we were in France. I was a middle schooler at the time. I was taking stats for the team. But they would run Cobra, and there was this guy that was a Marine, and my mom worked for the American Embassy. So my mom hooked my dad up with this guy, and she was like, here, he'll go play for your football team. He'll crush it. There's this guy named Joe Lindsay. And he was
what team? Stats for what team?
Oh, when I was in France, there was this French American football team, and there was this rule in France that you could only have 3 expatriates from not from France, they could play for you. So basically my dad's football team would always have 3 people from the American Embassy that my mom sent to him. And it was always Marines. And they were always incredible. They dominated. And this one guy, Joe Lindsay, refused to play quarterback. Fucking refused. But he had the best arm on the team. So they would play halfback pass like every other play. And they would run. But the name of the play was Cobra. So it'd be I'm making this up, and it would be like I formation, off tackle right, Cobra. Off guard left, Cobra. Back to back, and this guy Joe Lindsay, he was the running back, but he would throw passes on every other play. So
Thomas, play the sound drop again that somebody just paid for.
Deception!
Damn you, Dave. Doesn't $50 shut him up?
Saints Rabbit becoming the new MVP.
Wow.
Let's go. $50 in my account tomorrow morning.
So I got this one. This is another one.
Am I supposed to go get a shot?
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back.
This is from
sure you don't want to do a mailbag after this?
Oh, wait. Hatchet John with 10 gifted subs, regaining the MVP lead.
Wow. So
they really want to pick sincere Hainsworth.
Dave is going to groan when I tell him what I'm going to drink, but I'll preface this by saying it's 99 proof, Dave.
Yeah, but what is it? Honey,
sour cherry.
Yeah, it's right up your alley.
It's 99 proof though.
This is like your Robitussin that you're going to take before you go to bed tonight.
Yeah, it's from Who Dat Golfer. Thank you, Ryan. That's nice. That's where you go.
Who Dat Golfer? Come on, you got to give him stuff he doesn't like. Oh boy!
I mean, these 99 brand things are they are
powerful.
Not to be trifled.
All right, down the old gullet. How much have you had to drink tonight?
Too much.
Make that a soundbite. Too much.
Oh, the 99 one. That is. That's a 9.
Cherry
Thomas.
though. Was it like
Sally? I need help.
9? But it was cherry though. Okay, you can't even keep
it. Is
your head is too heavy.
I can't. I got 4 shots and a Bud Light Lime that I'm.
My God. And we still have Andrew to do a show. Anyway, so yeah, apparently Mickey Loomis bought this card store. He's always wanted to buy this card store, and he finally owns this now.
Wow.
The cards and memorabilia.
That sounds like
do with that information whatever you will.
Do you think maybe like Mickey Loomis would retire and then you go to the card store, you could argue with Mickey Loomis about you could argue with him about like a 2000 like a 2008 Drew Brees, and he could be like, that's $45. You'd be like, Mickey, 40. It's my final offer. And Mickey's there with like the glasses on his nose. You know? Mickey Loomis that buying a card store is like it's like peak old white guy move.
Yeah, it's like it's going to lose money. You're wealthy and you have money to lose.
It's like buying a boat.
Hobby. But it's just like if your wife wants to buy like a dress shop and just pretend like she owns a business. It's like
it's like buying a boat.
You just buy your own pretend store. Yeah.
All right, Thomas, what's next?
If Mickey wants to get into like the Tulane business. Wow. I can make him a deal.
5th drink. Are you kidding me?
Alchemist, 28.3. No. We didn't even set up a goal for the 5th drink.
We didn't.
You better set that shit up.
We're off the grid.
Bro, Thomas, ABG, always be golden, buddy. Come on.
That's right. What's the next question, Thomas?
That was the final question. We just waiting for Andrew.
All right. Are we ready to pick what I'm going to take a shot of?
Yeah.
What did Ralph take a shot of, by the way?
I did
one of those 99s.
99 proof sour cherry.
I'm making sure that my face is right over.
How was that? What score did you get?
I mean, it's a 9. Those 99 proofs are not to be trifled with.
All right. Here are your options. I can do a shot of Bombay dry gin, which would be categorically awful. Okay.
Yeah, pretty gross.
You could be nice. You could be nice to me and just a shot of Grey Goose vodka.
No, just, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Put that away.
Then I had the spice rum.
No,
which I did earlier.
No,
I've been drinking this, but like that would be as a shot. That would be rough.
No,
and this would be for me. It would be the worst. It would be the lowest percentage alcohol, but I am hoping that this is not what you would pick.
I'm going Long Island iced tea.
A Godiva chocolate liqueur shot. I mean, that would just be absolutely
all the calories. Oh, and all those calories.
Fucking disgusting.
Those calories would go straight to your hip. Man.
I think you got to either go. I think you got to go chocolate shot or the first.
How long do these things stay over our faces?
What was the first one?
Forever.
Okay. All right. So whatever.
All right. So who gets to pick? Who
do the first one, says Hatchet John.
Do the first one, Hatchet John.
Yeah,
so he wants me to do the chin.
Yes, Hatchet John.
Jesus.
Me and Hatchet John are.
Do I get the face off if I
gotta go? No.
Do
the gin, do the gin, you coward.
All right.
We still have to do a draft after this?
Yeah. It's quick though. We only have to pick one player.
All right. So here's the pour. You see the bottle.
We do nothing about this podcast is quick.
No.
Dear God Almighty, I can't believe I'm doing a shot of gin. Jesus. Oof. All right, you see this is a little alligator shot glass. Very cute. Very cute.
Adorable. Totes adorbs.
Oh God.
Puke
you know what it smells like? It smells like
somehow. What they do?
It smells like a Christmas tree. It smells like I'm shooting. It smells like I'm shooting sap.
Really?
Ooh.
Gin?
Yeah.
All right. He's got the puke meter up for you here.
Here we go.
Down the old hatchet.
Oh, I'm just doing the face.
Ugh, see, makes fun of me doing the faces. Now, right back at you, buddy.
That's a 7. That's a 7.
Oh, that's
all right. So who are the top 2 guys who are battling it out here for the pick?
Hatchet John and Saints Rabbit.
I know. What are the who's behind and who's ahead?
Maybe let's give them like 2 minutes or something, so you know. All right. Hatchet John is in lead.
So, Andrew, just do a 2-minute victory lap and explain how you're the grand champion of the UDFA Adopted Son Draft.
Well, if you've been watching this podcast for any length of time
or listening,
I'm essentially the Godfather. I'm the dominant fixture. If there was a Saints Hall of Fame adjacent thing on our podcast, I would be the Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
and everyone else would come second fiddle.
Yeah,
and I want to. I feel like I don't need to really say much. I mean, my record speaks for itself.
Yeah, I want to say. People ask me, "How did you come up with this idea?" And I'll say this. And I love all the other Saints podcasts, like Ross Jackson, Nick Underhill, Triplet. Now they're all great. They do a great job in podcasts. But the one thing it was about. We've been doing this for about 5 or 6 years. The one thing that frustrated me during training camp was the Nick Underhills and the Ross Jacksons. They would get asked questions like, which UDFA is really impressing you? And they would name like 6 dudes. So then at the end of camp,
they cast a wide net.
Yeah.
Where can I find an updated list? Because apparently the list I was looking at
changing. So
was outdated. So where I guess I'm just going to go to there.
I got frustrated. I was like, these people, they're naming like 7 dudes, and then one of them hit.
A gin shot was a bad idea.
Yeah. So one of them hit
a bad choice.
They hit one of their names. They drop hits out of 7, and they're like, "I told you that you." So I was like, "No, we need to have a draft where you pick one guy, and he's your guy." And that's how the Adopted UDFA Son Draft started. And it's been amazing. The only downside to it is Andrew just is like the Bill Belichick of it, and it's disgusting. Yeah. Even last year, he picked a punter and won. It's gross.
Yep, that's right.
So Thomas,
do it to you again.
So Thomas, who is the MVP and who is going to make your pick?
Yeah, let me announce the MVP first. Thanks to everyone who donated. We reached 4 donation goals. We are on, let me check again, 50
You've got 5 seconds. You've got 5 seconds to make a donation and be the number 1. 5 seconds.
Yeah. Thanks to everyone. Thanks to Aldi Marino, to Ark Mitch, to Andrew, to your boy Allen, to Who Dat Golfer, to Saints Rabbit, and to the MVP for the second time this off-season with $175. Who is the one and only Hatchet John, the legend. Congratulations on the first overall pick in the UDFA Adopted Son Draft.
He's so rich. He was probably taking a vacation like in Europe for like a month or 2, which is why he hasn't been listening to our podcast. But he's back now. He's back at his ski chalet in Park City. Now he's back ready to donate all of his money.
We love Hatchet John. But Hatchet John, I will say you better make a good pick. Like you're in this now. You're in this competition. You and Thomas are like co-owners of this pick. You better nail it.
I think the real question is Dave gonna forsake a Tulane player for the second year in a row?
Yeah, that's right.
We'll have to find out.
Shameful.
So wait, so this is an update. So Kyle Sheets is not on the team. Is that correct?
That's right.
You can still pick him, and lose automatically.
No.
All right. So
you want me to take him off?
Yeah. So Thomas, who is the pick?
I don't know. Still waiting for Hatchet John, man.
I just want to point out Colin Smythe is not on this list. Can you confirm that he's an option, Thomas?
No, he's not.
Why not?
Just because. Come on, man.
No, he's a UDFA. He's a UDFA. He was not drafted. He's a free agent.
Just the people on the list. Come on.
That's right.
No, what do you mean the people on the list?
Fuck your list, Thomas.
Yeah, wait. What about
the travesty?
I'm going to disqualify Andrew and the Empire, man. That's
what about
what
about Josiah Ezerim? Is he an undrafted free agent?
That sounds like a draft pick.
No.
What? Hatchet John. Who are we picking?
The pick is in.
Right,
by the way.
Who's Josiah Ezerim?
Isn't that the 7th round pick?
I don't know. Is it?
That's the guy who God swallowed in the whale.
That's what I'm thinking. I want to know.
That's the Eastern Kentucky guy. He was a 7th round pick.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just making sure. I didn't know.
So Thomas announced the pick.
I know. He got swallowed by I thought he was Amish.
All right. So with the first overall pick, Hatchet John.
Who is it?
Selects the Tulane guy, Sincere Hainsworth.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
Rob baited us.
Can you please put Colin Smythe on the board?
Yeah. You can do a write-in, you communist. All right, so now Kevin goes. Did Kevin
say Colin Smythe? I want to know. Please approach the bench.
He's the dude that hit the 70-yard field goal, the Irish kicker.
Oh, that's right. Oh. See, Andrew wants to bet against Groupie. That's what he wants to do.
Yeah. Right. I mean, I'm taking him. I'm telling you right now, I'm taking him.
So Kevin did a video, Thomas, to announce his pick. So play Kevin's video.
Play Kevin's video, he says. Where's the video? There it is.
Hi, everybody. Sorry I couldn't be here tonight for the UDFA Son Draft.
Look how happy he is. He looks happy and healthy.
Radiant.
Busting down the dude Empire myself. So
he's in a fucking
I'm going to have to use my first overall pick in the UDFA Son Draft. I'm going all in with Dallin Holker from the tight end out of Colorado State.
That's who I wanted.
6'4", 230-ish pounds, roughly the same size as Juwan Johnson. He's a catcher. He's got good hands from what I've read in a few different places.
Kevin.
And, Dave will enjoy this.
Kevin taking the overrated tight end. Never saw that coming.
I did see a highlight. Somebody told me there was a highlight of him doing that against Boise State. And sure enough, there was. So, I mean, I'm surprised there weren't more highlights of him catching Hail Marys since they are so common. But, I'm going Dallin Holker as my UDFA Son pick. And I'm very excited to see what my long-haired, lovely boy can do for me this year.
He picked Kroll, and that was a disaster for him.
All right. Well, Dallin was number one on my.
He was the consensus number one pick.
Yeah, he was number one.
All the cool kids are like all in on him.
Right.
So
I wish that I could be like the cool kids.
So Dave, now that the number one guy's
now it's my turn. So I'm glad
you can't take the Tulane guy. You can't take your first pick.
Here's what I have to say about that. I'm actually, I actually like that we did this voter thing because I did not want Sincere Hainsworth. I was throwing out some
smoke signals.
Smokes. Yeah, whatever you want to call that. I have no interest in Sincere. I love Sincere. He's a great guy. He could be a good leader in the locker room, but I think he's very undersized for the NFL. He's not a big guy. I think he's got a tough road ahead of him, but obviously I wish him all the best, and I would love it if he made the team. I had two guys and only two guys on my list that I wanted to draft, and since I was third in the draft order, that's why it was paramount to me that I could try to get one of those guys to fall to me, and fortunately everything worked out because Thomas took some Sincere. So I am going to go with, and if they say They say if you can't beat them, join them. And Andrew, as much as we all dislike him, as much as we think his breath smells, he's good at picking undrafted free agents, and he has won in the past by choosing a punter.
Headley. Son of a bitch.
And so I am going with punter Matt Hayball, who is also an Australian-style punter. So I feel like, and considering how the Saints felt about what's his face Headley last season, he was kind of up in the air. He had some good punts, some bad punts.
He did.
Even his stepfather Andrew really didn't have great things to say about him. So I think, as far as like path of least resistance and getting on the roster, I think punter Matt Hayball. I think this is finally my chance to maybe win this bad boy. I'm excited to welcome Matt to the family. Let's go. And obviously, if it annoys Ralph, I've done something right. So
your boy Alan says Dave Pick did not sound like that on his phone. Here's the thing. I have spent like the last 6 weeks I have like 2 Saint sources that are like legitimate that aren't Nick Underhill. I've been bothering the absolute crap out of them. And if one of them didn't really like the podcast, he'd have probably blocked me. So here's the dilemma that I have. They have someone that on this list that has a fantastic name. Rico Patton the name is just tremendous. Sounds like
it's Peyton. Rico Peyton.
Rico Peyton, sorry. Just tremendous. Miami Vice villain name, just amazing. But cornerback is a loaded position. But my Saints sources, I said, who do I take? They said to take this guy's name. And I don't want to do it because his name is like the most old-timey name I've ever heard in my life. It sounds like the name of a vice president in the 1840s. But I got to do it because the Saints stink at safety. And this dude made all kinds of plays in minicamp, and people are telling me. So I got to do it. Millard Bradford, safety, is my pick. That's my guy. He might be a safety. He might be a vice president from 1845. I don't know, but he's my guy.
Roger that.
So here we go. So Andrew, you're up.
No. Oh, yeah. It is. Well, so is Smythe an option?
You can do a write-in, even though it pisses off Thomas because these graphics will go to crap. You can pick the kicker if you want.
It just won't show up since you're last. You can do it, yeah.
So you're not even picking an American?
No.
Figures.
Smythe, kicker. Final answer.
Wow.
Roger that. Smythe it is.
Smythe it is. So I really feel like this competition is going to be really good. The number 1 pick was a shocker, but I feel like each one of these guys, you can make a legitimate case they have a path to the roster. I really do. Because punting was terrible last year. Safety, the Saints don't have anybody. Tight end, Juwan Johnson is hurt. And Groupie was at times, I don't know how many times Andrew texted me last year where he's like, Groupie is shaky as fuck. Like, it was a lot, right, Andrew?
Yeah.
So I feel like everybody on this list has a path to the roster. So it could.
So there you go.
Yeah, Charlie Smythe, let's go! Let's go!
We cannot let him win again.
No.
So wait, so when did we sign Charlie Smythe?
It was like in April. He's at one of the minicamp. They have like, the videos of him like banging in like 70-yard field goals.
I know. We signed him after the draft.
I can't believe Kevin passed on him. He's Irish, for God's sake.
I know. I can't like. Kevin.
He should have talked about the shillelagh and how he swung the shillelagh and slapped you on the bottom, Dave.
Yeah, like
Kevin we signed him after the draft. Is that correct?
That's right.
He hit a 70-yard field goal.
Yeah, and Kevin just going chalk is just boring as hell.
Yeah.
I probably would have picked Allen if he didn't take him.
So it was amazing. So thanks to everybody who donated. Thomas, recap the donations once again, because we didn't set a record tonight because me and Dave set the record when I was drinking from the handle of the Jack Daniel's honey. But it was really close. It was a freaking amazing night. We can't thank you guys enough. And it's nights like tonight that get me fired up for the year and get me so freaking excited for the live show. And the live show this year is going to be off the chains. Hopefully we'll record it. It won't have a metronome in it, but we'll see. So Thomas, recap everybody who donated.
All right, thanks to everyone who donated. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people with at least an interception. And thanks to Ali Marino, to Arkmich, Andrew, your boy Allen, with Golfer, Saints Rabbit, and the MVP, Hatchet John, of course.
I think if we tased Kevin during the podcast, we could get to 4 figures.
I think I'll donate $100 if I get to do the tasing myself.
Maybe we could do it.
Dave's gonna mortgage his house to tase
we
Kevin.
have a week where we get $1,000 of donation before the live show, we'll tase Kevin at the live show.
We got to make sure there's like an ambulance like ready to go though.
No, we don't.
No.
Saints Rabbit asks, can we do live donations with Rolf calling his son? Oh, sorry. Just joined the 2 messages. Can we do live donations with auction paddles for the live show?
Maybe.
I think we should each have. I think at the live show we should each have a thing in front of each of us with our Venmo codes for each of us in front of us, and then everybody could just donate directly
during the show.
During the show to each of us, to whoever they want. You know, like if somebody says something funny, then you can donate to them. And then we can compare and see who has more donations.
Yeah, I don't know if you're angling for this, Dave, but I think this might go really poorly for you.
Might be. I feel like people would donate because the thing is, me drinking, eating a Big Mac, it's just funnier. So I think I could win that going away. But I love that idea. So, and by the way, thanks to Jason Champagne and Who Dat Golfer for donating all the shots that I drank tonight. Guys, I can't thank you enough. It's been a tremendously night. Saints season is here. See, Andrew, Thomas always makes fun of me like the last 3. Thomas, how many years you been with us?
3 years.
3 years. Every year I panic and I'm like, Thomas, I don't know what's going to happen. And you're like, once season starts, Ralph, they'll all come back. It'll be like the first day of school. It's fine. And you're right every year. So thanks to everybody for listening and supporting Saints Happy Hour. Football is finally here. Saints football. We're going to be covering it all year long. Go to Saints Happy Hour. Become a patron. Support the show. Get your Jim Mora stickers. Get them while they're hot. Get them while they're still here. We can't do this, guys, without your support. Thanks to Dave, Andrew, Kevin from the truck stop with videos, Thomas, the best producer on earth, run the show back in Poland. Remember, kids, if you're going to support the Saints podcast, you ought to support the one that will tase co-host for money. And until next time, the bar is closed.